Hi my dear friends, I hope you all are doing well. My name is Rajanish Balakrishnan. I am an UiPath MVP and Certified Advanced RPA Developer. Last week we saw how to work with Excel files, and this week it's another interesting topic which is working with emails. I hope you like my video, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel and click on that notification icon so you receive the notification whenever I post a new video. Now let's jump onto the topic.
So today's topic is email automation and PDF automation. So this is the most important topic that we have seen so far. The reason is mainly because we'll be handling this more frequently, the emails and PDF, and the input for the RPA or the automation comes through email most of the places, and also through PDF documents as well. So we need to grab the information from email and process it and then send to the email to the end customer or any stakeholders involved. Also, we send the reports using this email. And that is why this both topic are very important, and my favorite topic too, because I have been dealing with this kind of applications or automation in the past, and it will be very, very interesting. And so from my experience, I can tell something. In one of the banking sector automation, I have used this for many applications such as home loans, credit cards. So these kind of business applications, right? So the end customers used to send in their documents, for example, their proof like passport or driving license, and someone manually upload that. Instead of someone manually upload, most companies, they implement the robotic process automation, where the robots will go through the emails and download the attachments and capture all the information and put it into Excel, or just email it to the another level or a different level of workflows where someone need to approve and do some process on credit cards or home loans. Those having this robotic process automation, this is really fast, and the customer satisfaction is really high. And some banks who don't have this, the customer rating is very low because they can't deliver it on time, and it's very slow and tedious process. And that's why this email and PDF automation is very important. And this is quite interesting as well. So if you see this email automation, so let me open a notepad and start typing as usual. So first of all, email automation. So first is the simple mail transfer protocol. So there are different varieties of protocols or types of protocols. And we have mainly 4 different types. So the first one is the SMTP. So this SMTP is mainly for sending the emails, and they are mainly configured in the server or the systems that you are working on. And mostly like you will be communicating with the infrastructure team to get this information. What is the SMTP name or the port number? So that is the maximum information you will be asking. And so this is the SMTP. So you need to know nothing more than that. It is simple mail transfer protocol. Okay. And next one is the POP, which is called post office protocol. This is post office protocol. So this is mainly for reading messages. So for receiving the emails and reading the emails, we need this, the post office protocol. And this is very less popular. Not many companies use this, but some companies who have some older systems, they use this post office. But if they insist, we need to use, otherwise we'll go with either SMTP or some other protocol. So the most frequently used and most popular one is the Microsoft Enterprise, which is called as Exchange. This is called as Microsoft Exchange. This Microsoft Exchange Enterprise Email Solution. So this is mainly used for both sending the emails as well as receiving the emails. So this is the third one. And finally, we have IMAP. So IMAP is also for receiving the emails. So this is called Internet Message Access Protocol. Internet Message Access Protocol. So we have mainly these 4 types, and we will see in UiPath how we are going to automate all these things. So let me open UiPath. So first we'll select a folder like I'm going to choose the week 5 and say this is the email automation. All types of email automation. All right, so as usual, we'll open the main workflow and start automating. Okay, so if you see here in the dependencies, so the mail is added by default. So in case if it is not there, you need to go to the manage packages and search for the email activities, type mail, and you get that UiPath mail.activities, and you can install this. And in some infrastructure, the latest will not work. In that time, you need to find out which is the appropriate compatible version, and then you can select and install that. But for now, we'll go with the default one. It's already installed, the latest one. And in the main workflow, so first of all, like you need to see in the activities, what are the different mail activities. And when I type mail, you get Exchange, and there is one more called IBM, which we are not going to use. And there is one called IMAP and Outlook, which is the Microsoft Exchange. And this is the POP3, which is the Post Office Protocol, and the SMTP. And finally, you can see a little option like save the attachments and save mail message. So in some cases, like we will be saving the entire email, and in some cases, we will grab only the attachments from the email and put it in a folder, right? So those are all the options. So let us go from the top, which is the IMAP. So we need to configure the IMAP, right? Okay. So when I drag the IMAP, I remember something in one of my automation experience. It took almost 1 month to get this access, the server access for the IMAP. So they need to configure the IMAP. They have to configure a server and give everything. So it will take in some cases, it will be even more delayed to get this access, because then only you can send or receive emails. So as I told, this is IMAP, so which is like IMAP is receiving messages. So you can read email. So using IMAP, you cannot send emails, but to read the email, you need the IMAP and get all this information, the port number, the server number, everything. And I have configured my local email, which is to automate anything email, and my personal email as well. But for sending this email, I'll be using my personal email, which is Gmail, and Gmail has some default server name and the port number that I'll be providing it here. So let me bring that number. So, and one more thing is in the, so your Gmail or the any email that you are using, they should support the SMTP and the whatever you're going to do, that email also should support. So I'll bring the Gmail and show that as well. Okay. So if you see the Gmail, all right, so there is some settings. And if you see the settings, go to the see all settings, right? So in your, when you are doing, so you need to configure this as well. So go to the forwarding, after the settings, go to this tab, the forwarding POP and IMAP. And in the IMAP, you need to enable the IMAP. And also I have enabled the POP as well, right? So you need to enable these options, enable IMAP and enable the POP. So I have already enabled. So while you are doing, you also need to enable, then only it will work. Otherwise, it will not work. And similarly, in your server environment, you need to ask your infrastructure team or the networking team to enable all these options. Otherwise, it will not work, and that will take more time in some cases. All right. So I am just configuring. I have the server details with me. That is why I'm entering here. And it will be same for you also while you are doing. So it is imap.gmail.com is the port number. Sorry, and this is the server name, and the port number is 993. This is the default option. And I'm going to define the create a variable called email, and create the password. So both are a string, and you will come across a secure string option for the password, which you can store it in the Windows Credential Manager, or you can store it in the orchestrator. So which is I'll be showing in the upcoming class. It is quite advanced topic. While we are not advanced, but it is more related to the orchestrator. So orchestrator is quite advanced topic. So when I take class about orchestrator, I will show you how we store passwords, and we call all this as assets, and how we store all these assets in the orchestrator. And we can get the password directly from there. For time being, what I'm doing is I'm just using my Rajanish. So I give my password here directly, so it is not secure. Right. Okay, so now what I have done is I'm able to read this. I have configured the IMAP message. So now what I'm going to do, I'm send a real email from some other email to this email. So let me bring another email. And I need to find two documents as well, right? Let me bring some PDF to do that. So here in this folder, I just paste these two documents, right? So you can see this is a PDF. So which is a gas bill and another PDF as well. So you can note the name of this PDF. So I'm going to add both of this PDF to the email and send it to the I'll send one by one. And invoice slash, I need to give some invoice number. So this is the subject format that I am using it. So I have sent one email and I'm going to send another email as well. So invoice, and this is something else. And again, all right, so I have sent two emails that you have seen, and in my other email, so you can see there are two emails, sorry, now one email. I'm expecting one more. Yeah, there are two, and in the past also I have sent many emails like this. So we have more emails. All right, so okay. So in the get IMAP, so this is all saved, all the email. So if you see the property here in the options, I have given the top 30. So this you can modify it based on your requirement. So if I want to check only the top 5, so I'll save a lot of time here. So I'm going to check only the top 5, and I'm going to save all these messages. It may be in an array kind of structure, data structure. So you create a output variable called output, or we'll say emails, right? Emails. So in the emails, I'm going to save it. And next, we'll go through each of this email. So for each email, so here I'm going to type for each mail in emails. So I just want to check if the invoice, right? So if the invoice, so if the mail.subject, I'm just checking the subject. Right. So it's not working because I did not the type argument. So I need to change the type argument to mail. Right. So I'll type mail and try to find it out. Netmail. So to be more specific, it is netmail. Or we'll say mail messages. Yeah, so this is what exactly I'm looking for. So system.net.mail, mail message. And you have one more mail message as well. So this is the webmail option. And in some case, if the net mail, we don't have these, the SMTP or this kind of information, we'll go through the webmail concept. That is, we are not interested in that. So we are interested in the net mail. And you just give OK, and now you get the subject. So in the mail, like if you see deeper into this mail, so it will display, like you can go through the body, or you can go through the headers and sender, CC. So you can go through different options. So that is the use of it. But now we will go through the subject, right? In the subject, so as you know, in the previously the contains option. So here I have given in some standard format, which is invoice. So if it is has invoice followed by this hash, then we do something. Otherwise, like we are not going to anything. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I want to take the the attachments. So first of all, like I'm also interested in the invoice number, so that I'm creating a folder in the invoice number, right? So I'll say invoice number. I want to take the invoice number separately from the mail subject, and the split option, right? So if the subject needs to be split, so first we will split on the hash and then take the second part. And finally, what we'll do, we'll split by a space and take the first part, and we get the correct invoice number. So first what I'm going to do, so I open this and type here. So subject.split. So in the split, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to split by the hash. So the entire string is split into two parts now. So after splitting, I need to convert into the character array, so that it is in an array. And in this array, what I'm going to do, I'm taking the first split. And after take that is 0 and 1, right? So the first split is the first one, the invoice till the hash will be go as the array of 0, and the array of 1 will have the invoice number. So after taking this, I'm going to further split this into 2, and based on the space, right? So if it is split by the space, I'll in the array of 0, I have my answer, which is 2 character array. So hopefully I get the answer here. So in this character, I need to create a folder. So finally, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the attachments. So as you know, type the mail and take all the mail activities. You can see the save attachments. Just drag the attachments here and type mail. So this is the mail, and just create a folder called attachments, right? And press slash and put plus invoice number, right? So I'll show you the project before I run everything. Just take care of this folder. Nothing is there. And now let me run the program and see. So I have given only five number of emails in the IMAP, and that is why it gone through the 5 emails. And and now you can see there is an attachment folder created after this. So I'll open and see. So I have typed something in the invoice. So a folder has been created in that number, and the file has been placed inside. And this is how you grab the email to any specific folder. And you can do this for any number of emails and any number of attachments. And this is so powerful. And you saw, like, within 30 minutes we have done this as a project. So in a real time, so this is a separate project. The email automation is a separate project. So you need to copy the email from the email folders and put it in a separate folder location, right? And we have done it as a 30 minutes project itself.
I hope you enjoyed today's session. Click on that subscribe button and that notification icon, and I see you soon in another video. Thank you very much.